Welcome back to Coin Age Era, the home of timeless stories where every coin has a soul. Every design holds a message, and every piece of metal carries the echo of human history. Today, we uncover the emotional and powerful story of the 2001 Liberty Quarter, a coin that is far more than 25 cents. It is a living memory cast in metal, a voice from history that still whispers the meaning of freedom. The story of this coin begins not in the mint, but in the heart of a nation that has always believed in one sacred word: liberty. For centuries, liberty has been the heartbeat of the United States, a dream born from struggle, a hope carried through war and peace, a flame passed from generation to generation. When this coin was minted in 2001, it did not simply mark a year. It marked the dawn of a new era. The beginning of a century that would test humanity's strength, unity, and values. The world was changing fast, technology was taking over, and yet one thing remained unshaken: the desire to keep liberty alive. The presses of the U.S. Mint roared to life that year, echoing like thunder, shaping pieces of history one strike at a time. Each newly born coin reflected the fire of craftsmanship and the pride of a nation. When the shining Liberty Quarters rolled off the belts, they were not just cold metal. They were hearts of history, ready to travel through time. Millions of them scattered into the world, passed from hand to hand, from worker to child, from soldier to student, each coin silently carrying stories of courage, dreams, and destiny. If you think about it, somewhere in those millions of quarters, one might have been held by someone chasing their first dream, by a soldier returning home, or by a family saving for their child's future. Every scratch on its surface, every faded mark, tells a story of where it's been and who it touched. That's what makes coins like this so powerful. They are silent witnesses to the lives of millions. The year 2001 itself was not an ordinary year. It was a turning point, a year that changed history. A year that reminded the world how fragile and precious liberty truly is. And in that same year, as the Liberty Quarter was struck, it became more than currency. It became a symbol, a promise that no matter what happens, freedom will survive. This coin traveled through days of laughter, through years of challenges, through moments of pride and pain. It lay in the hands of strangers who never knew they were part of something greater, part of a story that connects generations. Some of these coins found their way into collections, carefully preserved, their shine still reflecting the dreams of 2001. Others became worn, faded by time. But even in their wear, they carry beauty because liberty doesn't fade when the metal does. It shines from within. Collectors across the world began to seek these quarters not just for their rarity, but for their meaning. Each one represented a story, the story of endurance, of spirit, of identity. Some even carried rare minting errors, small miracles that turned them into treasures. But beyond the collector's value lies something more meaningful: the emotional worth of a coin that carries the voice of a free nation. When you hold the 2001 Liberty Quarter in your hand, close your eyes for a moment. Feel its cool surface. Imagine the millions of hands it may have passed through. Imagine the lives it silently touched, the moments it witnessed, the pockets it warmed, the generations it connected. You'll realize that this isn't just a piece of currency. It's a messenger of time. It reminds us that liberty, once earned, must always be protected. It reminds us that even the smallest object can hold the greatest meaning. This quarter represents every worker who built a dream brick by brick, every soldier who stood for freedom, every citizen who believed in something bigger than themselves. It carries a message that has crossed centuries, that freedom is not just a word carved into metal. It is a heartbeat, a spirit, a living force that moves with every generation. As the years pass, many coins vanish, lost or forgotten, but the 2001 Liberty Quarter remains alive in the hearts of collectors, historians, and dreamers. Its story is not just about money, it's about memory, unity, and strength. Even when the shine fades and the edges wear down, its message stays pure. Liberty endures. Somewhere, maybe in a forgotten drawer or an old coin jar, one of these quarters still waits, waiting for someone to notice it again, to remember its story, to see beyond its scratches and feel its history. Because behind every coin lies a silent voice, and behind the 2001 Liberty Quarter lies the eternal voice of freedom. It tells us that time changes, generations move on, but the values that built nations never die. Liberty lives not in monuments or words, it lives in symbols like this, small but eternal. And that's why this coin deserves to be remembered, respected, and preserved. It's a symbol of unity, courage, and endurance, a reminder that even in a world full of change, some things are forever. So whenever you find this coin, don't just see its face, see its soul. Feel its journey. Hear its whisper. It speaks of those who dreamed, those who built, and those who believed in the power of freedom. The 2001 Liberty Quarter is not just a part of numismatic history, it's a piece of the human story. It carries with it the spirit of liberty that has guided people through darkness and light for centuries. And as long as it exists, as long as one coin still bears that word, the flame of freedom will never fade. This is not just the story of a coin. This is the story of us all. Thank you for watching Coin Age Era, the place where coins are not just collected, they are remembered. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, share it with other coin lovers, leave your thoughts in the comments, and most importantly, subscribe to Coin Age Era.